It is time to say goodbye to my trusty iPhone 15 Pro Max, which has treated me well these past couple of years, and also to my AirPods Pro 2s as well, because today is launch day for the brand new iPhones, and we are off to the Apple Store to pick up the brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max and AirPods Pro 3, so let's grab them both. Bag secured, let's get these home, unbox them and check them out. See you there. So here we go then, say hello to the new iPhone 17 Pro Max and AirPods Pro 3. I've been very excited all week to pick these up and check them out. So first things first, let's do one of the super fun parts of picking up new Apple gear and enjoy the unboxing. As you can see, we get the phone itself in that beautiful looking new orange colorway, a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, but no plug. And I saw someone say recently that Apple should start color matching these to the phones, and I actually think that would be a really great idea. Then finally, in the UK, we do also still get the little SIM removal tool as well, but in countries where it's eSIM only, you won't get this of course. We'll take more of a look at the phone itself in a sec, but let's get the AirPods Pro 3 out of the box first and take a look at those too. Again, in here all we see is the AirPods themselves, and then we do of course have the spare ear tips in various sizes, and that's everything that you get in the box. I did also end up picking up a case while I was there. I went for the orange silicone, even though I did want to get a tech woven case, but I just didn't quite vibe with the colors that they had, and I thought the color of the silicone would complement the phone a bit better. But let me know what you guys think of the look, or would you risk going no case at all? So now let's take a look at the design, and I just want to say, I know the new colors of these Pro iPhones have been a bit divisive, but seeing this cosmic orange colorway in person for the first time, I am so happy that I decided to go for this one because it really is beautiful. It's bold, it's vibrant, and I am definitely a fan. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this color. Of course, it features a new aluminium unibody compared to the titanium on the 15. We do have this large cutout on the back, which is the ceramic shield to help with both cooling and MagSafe charging, as well as preventing cracks, and I'll admit it's not the nicest thing looking ever, and the phone would have looked nicer with all one panel, but it's not a deal breaker for me. The size of the plateau on the back is definitely interesting to say the least, but I quite like it because it gives the phone a more symmetrical look and feel rather than just being on the one side. But again, I know this is something that's divided a lot of people's opinions. Obviously with the new bigger cameras, it does stick out a lot, and putting it down on the desk, we can see the stability test with the new larger lenses. But for those who are planning to use a case anyway, that won't matter so much. On the bottom, we have a symmetrical design for the first time in God knows how long, which is definitely an improvement too. And yeah, it might be an acquired taste, but I actually really like how this phone is looking. The aluminium unibody is very clean, and I'm definitely a fan of that cosmic orange. But if I put the phone side by side with my 15 Pro Max, which design do you think looks better? Now obviously the main focus of this video is going to be the new iPhone, but let's take a quick look at the new AirPods 2. As in AirPods as well, not AirPods 2 because they're the AirPods 3, but anyway, let's carry on. As you can see, the case is basically still the same design as the Pro 2s, but it is a little bit larger. And it's also now USB-C instead of Lightning. The earbuds themselves have had a reshape, as you can see, along with the new foam-infused tips. And they do sit very differently in the ears compared to the Pro 2s, but are still very comfortable, and for me at least, they actually feel a lot more secure in my ears than the old ones did, which is a bonus. So let's get into my first impressions with this new phone. The screen on the 17 Pro Max is looking very nice and clean. It's basically the same 6.9-inch Super Retina XDR OLED screen as there was on the 16 Pro Max, but the bezels are nice and thin on the 17, and I think that really goes a long way in improving the look. It does have the new ceramic shield too, which is 3 times better for resisting scratches, and also has improved anti-reflection so you can see your phone better in brighter environments. And that's also helped by the improved brightness on the screen itself, which now peaks at 3000 nits. It also has fingerprint resistant coating, but after just a bit of use, I'm already seeing a fair few fingerprints, so don't expect that to really change. Moving on to the cameras, this is something that as a creator, I'm always very interested to see each year, even though I don't film as much on the iPhone as I used to. but I love seeing how it can compare to the expensive cameras I film with, and the new camera setup is definitely impressive. We have the Profusion 3 camera setup on the back, and for the first time all 3 lenses have the same resolution, with each being 48 megapixels. And I've got to say, it makes for some pretty impressive photos and videos on here. As you can see, I've taken some using the 48 megapixel ultra wide and the main lens as well. And then of course we have the 48 megapixel telephoto lens, which is also double the 24 megapixels on the 16 Pro Max. Then on the front we have a very much improved selfie camera, which is now 18 megapixels up from 12, and also features a larger and square sensor on the front, which is a game changer. There's also the new dual capture mode, which allows you to capture both the rear and selfie camera at the same time, so you no longer have to keep switching between the two. Now, one thing I wanted to quickly talk about is the cooling on this phone. I use my phone a lot as a creator, and my 15 Pro Max used to suffer a lot from getting pretty damn hot at times, which made it uncomfortable to hold. But from what I've used of the 17 Pro Max so far, that issue has just disappeared. It has the new vapor cooling for better heat dissipation, and I have to say it's a massive improvement and one that I am very happy to see. Battery life is also another big one when it comes to phones, and my 15 Pro Max has been really struggling recently and is on its last legs pretty much, with battery health now down to 85%, and it struggles to make it through the day even when I don't use it as much. It's a bit early for me to be able to give a concrete impression on the 17 Pro Max battery, but so far during my use it has held up very well. And first impressions are that it's a nice improvement and should be able to keep me going nicely, and the charging has been much quicker too, so I don't have to spend as much time with my phone plugged in, which is a bonus. Performance wise, so far I'm liking it a lot. I haven't yet got down to intensive things like gaming on here, but for general use the 17 Pro Max has been absolutely great. Everything has flowed extremely smoothly without issue or any drops in performance. I am going to be trying out some gaming on here to see how it holds up, and if you want to see more on that, then keep an eye out on my shorts in the near future. Just quickly, I want to say that the new iOS 26 looks so good on this phone. I know it's another thing that's been very divisive recently, with a lot of people not liking the new look, but honestly, I'm actually really enjoying it. Seeing it next to my 15 Pro Max still running iOS 18, personally, I don't think there's even a comparison. I've been enjoying customizing the new lock screens, which I think are a huge improvement. I'm still getting used to the control center, which I will say is one of the few things that I don't think looks better, but yeah, I'm not afraid to say that I'm liking the liquid glass vibes on the new iOS. So my overall thoughts and first impressions are that the 17 Pro Max is actually a nice little upgrade, and I'm very much going to enjoy using this over my 15 Pro Max. I can't speak for those who are looking to upgrade from the 16 as I skipped that generation of phones, but for anyone like me who's upgrading from the 15 or an even older phone, I think it's definitely worth picking one of these up for sure. I've also got to say, I still reckon I made the right choice on the Cosmic Orange because it just looks fantastic. But of course, let me know what you think and if you agree or disagree with me on that. And just quickly, let's touch on the new AirPods before I go, because I've been using these a bit too and I'm liking them a lot. They feel really nice and secure, whereas my old ones always felt like they weren't too far away from making a bid for freedom every now and then. But I've had no issues like that with the Pro 3s. The improvements to the noise cancelling are very good too. Once these are in my ears, don't bother talking to me because I'm not going to be able to hear a word you say unless I turn it off. I've not had a chance to use things like the live translation yet, as the timing was very unfortunate in that I literally came back from a few days in Madrid and then picked these up the very next morning. But we're planning to take my kids to Disneyland Paris in the winter, so these will be great chances to try those features out. And let me know if you want to see a more in-depth video of the AirPods on the channel. And also let me know if you guys want to see a more thorough review of the 17 Pro Max in a few weeks time, so that you can get an idea of my thoughts once I've been using the phone for a little while. And of course, drop any other thoughts or questions you have too, and don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. Make sure you hit that sub button to see more tech reviews and videos like this, and I'll be back with another very soon. Catch you later.